Break it down.
With its incredible features, O-Trim will provide the impression that your company is one of a kind. Get your free O-Trim. Simply register at www.coolzone.ai. You can take your decision-making process to the next level and drive your company in the direction of success. Much as Indian Premier League teams rely on DRS for making key match choices. Get your 7-day free trial of O-Tracker. Simply register at www.coolzone.ai.
Hey, Magic Unicorn of Onpassive. Thanks everybody for coming. Me, Marty, Chris, we really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell, make a nice comment. We'll post it so everyone can see it. Yeehaw, have a blessed day.
He's back.
He's back. He's back. My mouse keeps.
Morning, DeGarmo.
Good morning. Good morning. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Always wanted to say that. Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming. It's the 2nd of May, Thursday. The week is pounding down to an end again. Was talking to Chris about, people sharing and going viral and what's going to happen and all that. I believe, just my opinion, I don't talk about all that. I try not to talk about stuff I don't know, but I tell you what I do know. This company is going to ignite very, very soon, and we're all going to live a life we only dreamt of. Now, nothing has changed. If a day goes by or an hour goes by, that has nothing to do with anything. When it's ready, when they're done, we're going to fly high. And remember, nobody wants us to go quicker than Mr. Mufara. He's the one paying the bills. We're not. We're just riding the wave. It's pretty cool. But I want you to think, while we're going, all the different stuff. I was talking to Minnow, just to give you an example. She had sent some kind of lotion, my Dawn burned her hand. And this wasn't about MLM, nothing. She just had this lotion stuff. So I got stuff that is really good. So I'll try anything. Because she was going to have a scar for months. She sent it, Dawn wiped it on. A few days later, she goes, look at this. I go, I thought she was tricking me and it was the wrong hand because there was nothing. And she goes, no, look. I said, holy moly. So like I said, there's stuff out there that work. And I believe, I'm going to give you another example. Sharing things, right? Now, I have been on every diet on the planet. I've done Weight Watchers, and I've watched this freaking weight go up every year for the last 50 years. I've done the seafood diet. I saw food. I ate that pig. I did calories. I did potions and lotions and drank things and all this. Okay, all of this. And about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, the first time, I heard about keto. And I thought, keto? What the freak is that? And they're talking about not eating so many carbs. But once I figured out carbs and sugar and all that, it made sense, okay? And then eating processed food. Where like butter's perfect, why are we making margarine? We take something perfect and we turn it into plastic. I don't get it. But anyway, and don't eat it, and don't eat eggs, and don't do this. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, my grandmother was 102. When I was visiting her, every morning she had either sausage and eggs and something else, fried, let me finish, fried in lard. Now, somebody forgot to tell her about how to eat. You know what I mean? But anyway, I also remember back in the 70s, there was Atkins diet.
Oh yeah.
Atkins was the very first, in a way, keto diet. Now, it wasn't exactly explained the same way, but I think he's the guy that really looked into that or whatever. So anyway, now from that, I lost weight. Easy. It felt really good. And then I found out about carnivore diet. And carnivore is just more extreme. Get in it, food, no carbs, none. And man, it changed my life. And it was all about, I remember hearing when I was a kid, you are what you eat. I thought that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. But guess what? We are what we eat. The difference is when you're young and you're pounding down 2 quarter pounders with cheese, 2 large fries, and a chocolate shake. You see how I know that? That was my menu. It doesn't, you don't see the reaction from it. You're young, you're moving around. But as years go on, bringing in stuff we weren't meant to eat over and over and over, it catches up with us. And one day, you feel like crap. Look, nobody, zero, nobody has control over when they were going to die. But I do think we can have some control over when, not when we die, but the quality of life. Like I know a lot of people, they live in the 80s and 90s and they can't move. That's not life. So I'm just saying, all these ideas, the lotion, when I found out the carnivore, these ideas you can share with people in the club. And you'll think, oh, nobody's going to do it. That's not true. That's not true. Look at John White. Amazing. He's a poster child for it. Intermittent fasting, that added to it. That was one of the biggest deals of all because I didn't understand it, how it worked. But it's funny, and then I see kids and what they eat, and I'm like, man, they do nothing but sugar, sugar, sugar all day long. And then the pharmaceutical and the companies, they want to sell you a pill. And pills don't fix anything. You see what I mean? That's just, I don't know. But anyway, there's ideas that we all have, and it's time to explore them. Explore what you like, what you don't like, and surround yourself with other people that either might want to try it or they're in with you. They agree. You can you can share recipes, especially carnivore. How to buy it so you're not paying so much money because a lot of it is meat. I found a way to save money. We found a place called the Meat Stop, believe it or not. And yeah, it was save all kinds of money. You could get a cow, have it butchered. Chris did it. For him, it's like, you know, being a pygmy. I'm just kidding. No, but you could do that. You could do all that stuff. And that to me is pretty cool stuff. But I also, just keep in mind, we're okay. Things are moving. It's very quiet. And I'm going to give you my experience of over 5 years in this company. When it gets really quiet like this, and I said this a few weeks ago, big things happen. Good things happen. So just take a ride, just coast, get yourself ready, be ready, keep your eyes open, learn O Connect. I have people asking me, how do you do it? I made videos on how to do many things, but the best way to do it, hello, Darius. I see Darius Edwards is there. Um, is do it. You're not going to break it. Go do it. Our friend here, Narelle, she's taking a walk on the wild side and she's going carnivore. And she's going to be surprised. I believe it. I wouldn't say it if it didn't have an impact because I've tried everything and nothing worked. And this is just, and you don't have to count calories, you don't have to do none of that.
Yeah.
And the more you do it, the less hunger you have. Like you don't have, like the more carbs you eat, the more carbs you want. More junk you eat, the more junk you want. So you're constantly, pillaging through the freaking cabinets and closets and Yeah, it's horrible. But the more you go without it, then your cravings go away. Really, they go away almost to zero. Chris was away for 3 months. He just told me he can talk to you about it, but he's starting to get back to where, okay, this is where I was when I left. And it's not hard. It's really not. But anyway, so get to know what you're doing. I really can't emphasize enough, if you really listen, all of us own a massive, massive business. Absolutely massive. But sometimes we treat it like it's somebody else's. Well, he did this and she did that, and I want to. No, no, no. This is your business. You run, you'll get there faster. But either way, you're getting there. I hear people say, I don't want to do that. I got in here because I don't know how, and I don't want to. You don't have to.
Don't have to.
I'm not saying that. But time's pretty precious. I don't know how long we got, right? None of us do. But if you share it, you get people in, and I'll tell you something else. This is where it's going to be powerful. Chris and I talked about this before we came on. Testimonials will blow this thing up. If you say anything to do with Onpassive, hey, 6 months down the road, we have 3 people on the video, and that's it. A whopping 3-minute video maximum, and say, what has Onpassive done for you? And you let 3 people say what it has changed. And what I mean by what it has done for you, if you didn't have Onpassive, you wouldn't have been able to do it, or it cut time frames, which means you're going to retire in 10 years. Example, you're 55. Onpassive comes along, you're in it 6 months and you retire. You cut off 9, 10 years of working. I don't know about you, but that value is priceless. For one thing, is you don't know how long you're going to live. I've had friends retire at 65 and they're dead at 66. So we don't know. I'm just saying, I want to meet everybody. I want to have fun with everybody. We'll go on cruises together. We're going to do things together. I meet everybody every night in trivia. And I'm starting to feel like it's illegal as much as we're beating the women.
Whooping.
So we're going to make teams tonight. My man John White's here. John, what's happening?
John, how much weight have you lost now, John? Let us know. I haven't talked to you. I want to know what you're.
Yeah, John, put it in the chat here. How much you lost, John?
I know what his goal is.
I'm going to turn it over to Chris and check out some of the chat.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful words. And listen, a lot of people are saying right now, what has all this got to do with Onpassive, what Marty's talking about, that carnivore diet? And I tell you what, let me tell you why he's talking about it. This is why we talk about it a lot. What do you want to say? Oh, okay. Is Ashmafar has said, get in the best shape of your life. He's told us that for quite a while now. Why? Because he wants you to be healthy. He wants you to be happy. He wants you to be able to enjoy what Onpassive is going to offer. That's why we talk about what we're doing and how we're doing it. And people like Narelle come on and say, I've been doing this for a few days. My sugar levels have gone down. Unbelievable. And Darius and Dane, we're still praying for you guys. We know why. All the people we're praying for. Another thing, Ashmafar says, love one another. Be nice. Be kind. Be respectful. You'll find the weeds in your garden, and you pull those weeds, and you just enjoy your garden. It's a wonderful thing. Ashmafar has always talked about positiveness. He's talked about a lot of people in the last month, because things are not going as fast as they want. Ash said, listen, don't quit. Hang around. It's almost done. You haven't seen it. Don't quit. He said this. All right? I got people that send me stuff every single day. I'm not responding to you anymore. Here's my opinion. If you don't believe and you want to quit, we don't want you. See you later. I don't want you to quit, but I'm not going to try to convince you anymore. I used to do that. I don't. We were talking today. We had a really good conversation. And Red's coming on at 2:00 today, guys, not 11, 2:00. He just texted me, so I don't forget. we had to talk about when Onpassive really exploded. And I want to point some things out here. And this is nothing about me. I came in the 2020 mark, the end of 2020. And that's when, hold on. And that's when Onpassive exploded. Do you want to know why Onpassive exploded? Because you had a handful of individuals who got up every day and talked about Onpassive, who did every kind of webinar possible, who came together and started teaching people what the products of Onpassive was going to do. The tech guys came and explained why things might be taking a little longer. We informed people. The excitement was through the roof. Now I notice people are like, listen, I want you to go back to when you first joined. When you had that, oh, this is awesome feeling. This is what keeps me going. Think about why you joined, and the excitement will come back to you. Yeah, some of you, I have a lot of people that just said, Chris, let me know when it goes. They're just going on with their lives until it happens. I kind of love those people. And then I got people, I was just talking to Marty, and someone sent me a sad message. I'm in need of medical help. I don't have money. And all I can do is tell them I'm praying for them, but know what's coming. All right. We don't have a magic wand where I could say, okay, I'm coming to your rescue. I'm going to fix you. I wish I did. I was discussing this with Robin Noble last night with everything she's going through. All right. It's not easy, some things that we go through. Everyone's got something that we're going through. But again, Ashmafar said, the best shape of your life. Let's do this. Why? Because he cares. Why does he want us healthy? He wants us to enjoy what Onpassive is going to offer everyone. All right. We did talk about testimonials. The single I think her name was Priska. I can't remember exactly. Papua New Guinea. We were just talking about this with Marty. She didn't have a computer. She didn't have a phone. She just heard people in Papua New Guinea talking about Onpassive. She knew at that time it was $97. She worked for 3 weeks on the streets, 12 hours a day, selling little things, and she earned that money, and she got at one position. Imagine that testimonial. All right. Now imagine Go Africa, the things that we want to fix in Africa and all over the world. But Africa's huge. We know that. And there's a lot of things over there we want to fix. Imagine when people start seeing this part of Africa, Onpassive just helped them not only educate them, but they build a whole new village with running water, electricity. These kids were walking miles a day for fresh water. All right, a school. We built them a building with O Connect and laptops. This is what's going to really put Onpassive on the top, to show people that Onpassive does have a heart. And we're just going to constantly keep giving. Now, that doesn't count the millions of people that's joining Onpassive and realizing I can help out with that. Before I couldn't. Now I want to rebuild an entire village in Africa. Now I want to put a beautiful train or helicopters or medical buildings in Papua New Guinea so people don't have to die because they couldn't get there. Tell me why you wouldn't join a company like that. I want you to get excited about why this company is here. It's not just about making you successful. It is. But it's about making the world successful. It's about putting this world back together. This world is so broken right now. And it's sad. It shouldn't be. There's people out there doing such bad things to human beings. It's unbelievable. And I believe through Onpassive, because we're in every country of the world, those things are going to come out. People that were afraid are going to come out and say, listen, I know what we can do to help fix this. And that's what Onpassive is really going to be. Listen, I'm going to say something Red always says, and I'm going to finish off with different. At the end of the day, everything is going to come into focus with Onpassive. We say it again. At the end of the day, everything is going to come into focus. Not Bob Tukusi's focus, but come into focus from Onpassive. You should understand by now what it's about. You should also understand the tedious work Ashmafar has to do on a daily basis to make this legit. Why isn't it going yet, Chris and Marty, Red? Because Ash has to, he don't just call up a guy and say, hey, Guido, go ahead, fire it up. No, he's got to connect all over the world, the governments, currencies, everything has to be perfect. He's not going to say, okay, well, we got this over here, we'll let it run. No, no, no. He wants it to come down for everybody. But keep in mind why you got an Onpassive. Keep in mind why you got an Onpassive. Stay excited. Regardless what you're doing right now, it's going to happen. It might happen tomorrow. It might happen next week. But right now, oh my goodness. Right now, we're all on some kind of journey with Onpassive. Some of us are dealing with things that it's very hard to deal with. Some people are just don't even care and let it flow, let it go. But I'm going to tell you right now, when Amplify gets this all said and done, at the end of the day, you won't even have to stay focused because it's going to be on. Marty DeGarmo, back to you.
Boom, baba, boom. And boom. And baba. Hi. No, very good. I didn't want, we weren't going to stay on very long. We got about 400 people, 20 minutes.
Wow, record for us. We were on time and we're early.
We were on time. There's my brother Daniel. I'm going to see what he has to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Daniel, you're a big plus to this company too, buddy.
Big plus.
Yeah.
If there wasn't people like Daniel out there, Papua New Guinea would not know about Onpassive. They wouldn't understand it. This man's gone out and explained it to people what's actually going on Onpassive and what it's going to do for you. Listen. If you were making $300 a year, let's say in Papua New Guinea, I'm just throwing hypothetical. Next thing you know, you're making $300 a day. Can you see the difference? Now that's hypothetical. It's going to be a lot different than that. A big change. I was explaining to Marty, and now you got me set off again, Daniel. That's good. We have talked in the last couple of months about just Connect. 1% of this company, not even that. We've talked about Connect and we got fired up. We haven't thought about bonuses and extra people, our extra accounts that we have. We haven't thought about all the people that's in our organization. We're only concentrating on one little thing, which is okay. Can you imagine when all of it comes together? I'm not talking about money because I can't. I want to, but I won't. Imagine when the whole ball of wax comes together and it's coming right at you. We do know 25%. All right, we do know that, but we don't have any idea what the other stuff. And I'm gonna go back to what Ashmafar's lawyers used to say. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you giving all your money away? Because that's who Ashmafara is. Always has been, always will be. When he's got lawyers saying, why would you do this? Because he's got a love for humanity. Why would he do this? Because no one else has done it before? He's tackling everything, guys. And we get to help. All right, back to you again, Marty.
All righty. Thanks, everybody, for being here tonight. I don't know anything special. Red, like he said, on it too, right, Chris? And we have trivia at 9:30 with Omino. It's a lot. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, it's Thursday. Yeah.
A new way tonight. I think you guys we're just discussing a new way doing it.
Yeah. We're going to have teams.
You listen, there's a lot of women. We have been literally whooping the woman bad. And normally it's the other way around. But Jennifer Dickinson, I hope you're doing better. I'm not sure what's going on with you today, but we miss you. We know you're ill, but big part of it. Gina Leva, Ivy Mix. There's some pretty intelligent people out there, ladies, that need to come on and try to beat us. Because even Chris Johnson's been firing up some answers.
Yes, he has. He has.
They're easy.
Anyway, thanks, everybody. And we'll see you there. Learn what you have. Realize what you have. Listen, even if you try to realize what you have, you're wrong. It's even better. But at least get where you can, where that anxiety part goes away. Listen, life goes on. Onpassive had nothing to do with what's going on in our lives. That happens. The plus is there's a ray of light. There's a light at the end of the tunnel called Onpassive, and a lot of people can't say that. So we're in a good place, good time. Things are going to rock and roll. Anything can happen any day. Anyway, love you all and see ya.
Bye.